Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Market's still looking pretty much horrific. We've just continued to drop and drop, and that's not just for Zilliqa. That's for pretty much everything, led by that Bitcoin drop down to those 30k regions. Throughout this video, we'll take a look at Zilliqa and have a look at some key levels where we could potentially invest if the prices continue to tumble, and then we'll look at some levels of resistance which can either use to take profit or use as an accumulation point. So this is Zilliqa Tether. I'm using my Huobi chart. It just has more data than the all other chart. So all-time highs was up here at 25 cent, and unfortunately ever since that peak in May, it's not been performing too greatly, to be honest. But from the highs to the very lows, we've currently done an 84% drop, which is insane to say that we still have a working product. It's a great blockchain, and there's a lot more coming for it. I mean, I've seen a few tweets about metaverse and they're getting involved with that. So, I mean, things do look bad and feel bad at a minute, but you have to take it with a rough with a smooth sometimes. And if you've been looking to invest in this, could really be a good point. Just while we're on the daily time frame here, look at the RSI. Last time we was pretty much down towards this region here, we bounced. When we was here again, we bounced. You get the picture. Fairly low there, we had a good bounce, and now we are into that oversold territory. This green band means it's oversold, red band means overbought. So in relation to RSI, it would indicate that it's a good buy at this current level. Let's just drop to the weekly time frame. We'll just have a look see if there's any key support regions that we can identify. So that's a key one first. If we put the horizontal ray on from the peak of that move there, as you can see, we rejected off it there, and it's looking like we're coming back down to that level of weekly support. So that could be another area that you could potentially use to load up on. It's not precise, but it's there or thereabouts. And then we have also, if we just look at this region here, that's potential area of support down at 0.029, that's 2.9 cent. I'm not going to say it's going to go down there, but if the market does continue to tumble, just be wary that's another level down there that you could potentially get. Zooming back in though, we'll go to the 4-hour time frame, and it does look bleak. We are pretty much downtrending that way. We did hit a high up here, up at 13 cent, which was a little bit of relief to say that the price tumbled, but then it's just been a gradual shakeout, hasn't it? So if you're looking for buys, what I would do is ladder them from pretty much current prices at 4.3 cent all the way down to 0.029, so it's 2.9 cent, just under that 3 cent mark. I'm not going to say it's going to go down there, but just if you have some orders down there, just be wary that if Bitcoin does continue to drop, the markets will follow it. RSI on the 4-hour is well oversold. So far we've got a good indication with a little bit of a bounce here. It's nothing to get too excited about, what you can see, but we are bouncing a little bit. It's not, but it's nothing really to get his hopes up for. So areas to buy I've mentioned around this area. Let's just have a look at the moving averages back on the daily. So we'll start off by looking at a 200 daily moving average, which usually is a good indication of a bullish or a bearish scenario, and we've been rejecting off it every time. We slightly got above it and had a few closures above, and then we did reject below it. So if we want to maintain any bullish price action, we need to get back above that 200. So really we need to get some daily closures back above 8.7 cent. Currently it doesn't look like there's a chance in hell of it happening, but the markets can flip so quick. We may get back above it, or we may continue to fall. We just need to keep his eye on the market and take opportunities when they arise. So if you're looking for some profit regions, if you look at this region here, so if you're looking to accumulate or just sell up and move on, then I'd look to sell around here towards this 200 daily moving average at around 8.7 cent. But just be wary, we've got this region here, which we could, remember, reject off. It's quite a key area. Look at the bottom there, that wick into that area too. Areas of resistance, support there, and then all the way through you can see it's been a support region. So that's quite a key fundamental area where you should use that. If you've got some Zilliqa and you're in profit, or if you bought around here, use the area 8.2 cent to take some profit, or maybe a rejection off that 200 at 8.6, 8.7 cent. Then if we do manage to flip that to support, you've got this region here around 11 cent, but I think 10 cent will be that first major area we need to break through. So that's around 10 cent is around there. But for me, I think personally that this is the first area where you should look to accumulate or take a substantial amount of the table before we get a rejection to buy back in towards these picos here around 6.4 could be a decent area to look at targeting. Then we'll get rid of that. Look at V2, V50 and V20. This is what I use quite often. We had that bearish crossover here on 17th of November, and the entire market pretty much did the same. We've had some bearish crosses and the price action has been following. Really, we need to get back above these two EMAs. We've been rejecting off this 20 quite a few times now. If you look at these wicks, rejection, rejection, rejection. We need to get back above the 20 and the 50, and then we can really target about 200 up at this region. So that's some buy zones and then some levels to take profit. Very, very indecisive. I know the markets have been dropping and Bitcoin itself has dropped to quite a substantial amount from the top. We've dropped from 69k down to 30, just under 34k, which is a 50% drop, which is a significant drop, and it's been horrific really. Some major capital has been wiped off the market. The total too has dropped to quite a significant amount too, which has dropped down, yeah, I mean there, from 1.7 trillion down to $800 billion. So that's a massive amount that's been wiped off the market, and it is what it is. If you're in profit, remember to keep taking profit on the way up, and vice versa. You've got to take it for what it is, and it's just another reminder that when the prices started to push up, please take profit. So that's that pair cover. Just looking at a BTC pairing. This is the pairing which I'm still quite bearish on, to be honest. I know the price has continued to drop with Bitcoin, but if Bitcoin does turn the tables and start to rally at some stage, it may not, but if it does, and that starts to rally, it will take a bit of price action out on the Satoshi pair. So if you're looking for buys, I think this is a great level to be honest, 114 sats, but I don't want to say it, but look down here around 76, 77 sats. A lot of liquidity down here. You could call it 80 sats just to be a round number. If Bitcoin goes on a rally and some altcoins start to drop in the Satoshi pairs, then really look at 60 to 80 sats. I think that could be a decent buy. Currently we are sat on a nice level of support here at 113 sats. So that's the area where the market is more than likely to bounce if it does at all. Levels of resistance, you've got to look at 190, 238 and then 308 sats, but personally I can't see those levels coming in for a while. The market is looking a little bit turbulent, and it is what it is, isn't it? So that's it for today. That's price analysis on Zilliqa. Going to be doing a few more of these videos today. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed and hit that like button, and also go and check my Patreon out. If you're after daily content, chart analysis, or anything else in terms of a private Discord server, jump on that. You'll find that link in the pinned comment and the description. That's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.